Hi everyone, welcome to Web Development Basics Day 9. And today we are going to be having a fourth class on CSS, and we are going to be looking at link, lists, table, icon, then CSS display if I've not used so much time. Okay. So first thing we're starting with links. For links, we already know the basic one, which is text decoration on. We also know you can change the color. Now we can do a bit more than this when it comes to link. Link has 4 states. One where the person on the page hasn't clicked the link and we know it as link. Another one when the person has visited the link, we know it as visited. And the last one, then the third one, when somebody is hovering over the link. Then the last one, the moment the person clicks the links. Now, link being unclicked and also the color of a link is basically the same thing, because all they do is change the color from the normal one, right? So I'm not going to be using that. However, so let's practice using hover and active. Then when you click, if you instead of writing hover here, you put visited, then you specified your color or background color. You can also use background color when it comes to link. If you specified your color or background color, then it will change so that is after you visited that page. So background color, let's call it green. Okay, let me see gray and see what happens. Yep, it's pink. Once I hover, that's once I move my mouse over this, it becomes that. Now what happens when I use the moment a user clicks it? I want us to see this one in action. Now just for that very short moment, you can see that the background became gray. I've removed it from hover to active. So just that quick moment, I click on it becomes gray. Okay, so now with links we can also put borders. Background, we have already said background color, but you can put border, padding, margin, all that. So let's see what happens now with border, padding and margin. We put that here under the A, but when you want to specify any of the 4 states, you use a column, whatever state you're using. And the other thing about these states, before I go and use border and the rest, they have to follow each other this way. If you're using link, it must come before any other one, especially when you have link and other states on inside your CSS. Link must come first, visited must come before hover and active, hover must come before active. So if you put maybe over first and link next, it might cause problem in your code and it might not be effective. So now let's go to border. We already know what a border is and how it functions, so I'm not going into detail with that. So let me just put 3px ridge black. We also know how margin works, so margin 3px, padding 4px. Yeah, they overlaying each other. Yeah, wait, but that's so big. But anyways, we can say this and this, they are overlaying each other because I didn't put proper spacing between them or enough spacing. So let me see if I put more, what will happen? I don't think much will happen anyway. Yeah, put them on the same line, on next line following each other, so they are overlapping the way they appear. Anyway, so basically that's it. Imagine, padding, you can apply them to links. Let me move them. Just want my border alone this time. Basically that's it. Now let's go to next. What's next on the list? Now let's first create our list. Tab. Now, usually when we want to, let's say, specify, especially for the unordered, sorry, I said unordered, the unordered list, that's UL, we just come here, put, sorry, let's say we want to call it square, want it to appear square, save, run. Yeah, that's it. Now with, what do you call it, with CSS, instead of calling it type, if you want to use CSS to specify it, you just say class, let me leave the class as square, and you come all the way up here, UL dot, I think our class name is square, this and type, sorry. See, no difference. I also want to try another method that I think if it works, it should be easier to do. Anyway. Okay. If I don't put the list type, blah 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 blah, extra history, it's not going to work. Can't go straight into square. So you have to type list style type equals to square. Sorry, list style type colon square. The same thing you do if you want to put circle, dotted, sorry, not dotted, dicks. Yeah, and if it was an ordered list, I'm going to change it down. So here, instead of just come here and put, if you want it to be upper class Roman, instead of where would have put just in between the type is equals to capital I, come here, type upper Roman. So that's for doing the where we change the what they call, where we change how the icons appear. If you want to use it, do it using CSS. This is how to do it. Though I prefer the HTML version of it. For me, it's shorter. It's way shorter. But this is the option. Now, as with other things, we can specify the color, the background. So let's do that. And so that the space, let's put some padding for the space around it. Say 20. So this is it. Now what about the list items? That's this one's in between the li. Yes, we can also style them, and this is how we style them. Just go OL LI. Now let's say the background should be hot pink. Was he joined? Don't remember. For hot pink, let's give pattern 5. Then a little margin outside each other. So that's it. That's basically what that. Then which other thing did you add? Any other thing else? No. Let me see if I increase the margin. Yeah. So basically, that's it. You can put margins, padding, colors, anything you want, just name it. You can do it with the listed, the list items, on list, on ordered lists, on ordered lists. So now let's move to tables. I believe that's the next one. Tables. Now we've done some things in tables. I believe the only thing we didn't do in tables really was to add color. So that's what we're going to be doing this time. Like to add color, not to the borders, but to the table itself. So let me start my table outside this div. Okay. So let's find it. So basically that's our table. I didn't put on, I didn't put anything. Now let's go and put borders and the rest. So now let's go table. Thank you. Color. Yep, that's my entire border. Now let's go into the other ones. So now we have our table border. Now I don't know if I explained when we're doing table, but just in case I didn't, you specify this for your table header. TH represents the table header, TD represents the table data. So you're saying they should have borders too. That's what this statement means. All of them should share a border of that is 5 px, is solid, and is black in color. Okay. That 5 px looks too thick. Let me reduce it to 2. Okay. So now the way they're looking is not nice, so we use something called table collapse. Sorry, border collapse. Now we just re-specify here. Create another one. Table. I can't add it to this because it's only the border, the table borders I'm trying to collapse into one. I'm not including the header and the table data borders in that. So just with border collapse. Sorry. Border collapse. Yeah, basically. That's that. Now you can also specify the width and the height of the table and even the table header. So since we already have table set up, so let me say table's width should be 100%. Table's width should be 100%. Let's see what happens. Yeah, it spreads out to the entire page. Now why am I having this? I've removed my body margin distance, so you can see the difference that removing it or putting it can make to your page. Alright, so now let's specify the height. If I specify the height, all I'm saying is I want the height, the table height, that's th, sorry. Specify the height of the table border. All I'm saying is the table header. When I do this, I'm simply saying I want it to be taller than the rest. So make this one 50 while the rest remain their normal size. Save. Refresh. Yeah. So that's all. So that's what there is to that. Now you can also apply text aligned to this. After all, there are text in between. So you simply either go to the table header and specify the text in that one. Maybe it should be center, it should be right. We already know how to align text. Now I want us to go, you can also put padding to a table. Obviously if you can put border, you can put padding. can put padding to a table. Margin is not necessarily needed, but you can put it. Also, you can apply the hover. So let me put rows. You know how we had hover for links? You can also use it on tables. So sounds like when I hover on any row, this is what should happen. I don't think I've given that any color, so you're fine. Okay. Background color. Red. So, so sometimes most things in CSS, if you've learned it from one, you can always practice it on another, just to confirm or to know if it works or not. Like the text align, you have something that has text in it, why don't you just try to see if you can align it. So back to what I really wanted us to do in this class. Color. We know how to use color, right? So background color. This is, remember, this is header. Green. I think I'll center what is in this. They're not looking too nice. No, that's just TR. Okay, then I want to specify what color is in the TR. Gray. We all know what text align means and what it does. So I'm putting the center. It's not looking too good where it is. So that's it. You want to put color, you want to align the text to the center, you want to put padding, you want to put borders, feel free. I'm just showing you that it's possible. Even hover is working with tables. Just showing you that it's possible for you to achieve all these things using tables. Now only put hover on table rows. These are rows. This is header. So that's why nothing happens when I go here. Alright, what's next on our list? I think it's icons. Sorry, let me scroll down. Now all this CSS. So when we finally learn external CSS tomorrow, because tomorrow is our last day, you will see why I advise that you should practice and choose internal CSS over inline CSS. I've not removed it. Okay, list, link, list, tables, icons. All right, let me check my internet. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Icons. To use icons in a web page, depending on how you're using it, you need to be connected to the internet. So that's what I'm going to do now. That's why I have to first check if I'm connected. Yeah. Alright. So I'm already in the place that has the icons, but let me just take you through the process. The thing is called Font Awesome. Just type Font Awesome on in Google or whichever search engine you're using. Start for free unless you want to pay. I think it's about $99 per year. Yeah, I'm already signed in, so yeah. So once you sign in, sorry, usually once you click start for free, I believe will take you to a different page where you'll be asked to put up your email. I send you email, you confirm, then you come here. So start a new project, blah 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 blah. You can also download it anyway. You download it, then you apply it to your site. You just have to call it using StyleShare. So from here, icons. Okay, network is awesomely slow today. Let me wait for it. Alright. Now if you signed up for the free version like I did, this you have to pay for. This you can use. Okay. So you come here. I selected on, just in case somebody missed, I selected on the icon I wanted and it was dark. Not those ones that were grayish and all that. Okay. So start using this icon. This is the code to using the icon, but it won't work yet. So copy, come to your HTML. Where do I want it? And put it in between before the table. Address book. It won't work yet. Why? Because we have not linked it. We've not put any link to it. I don't have it downloaded in this folder. That's that web development basics I asked us to create. And also I didn't link to it using any other means. So let's go and read through of how we are supposed to actually get it to work. Let's go to their docs. Should be in docs or blog, I can't remember. I don't know. Now you cannot use web icon. Actually, I said web icon. You can't use font awesome without either downloading it, which will require you to sign up, or either linking it. And everybody has their own username. Is that the best way to call it? Yeah, basically. So I'm looking for my own so I can show you. Like basically for the code to work and before you can style anything in it, I will have to get this. I'll put this in my page, right? And this is a link. Either if I downloaded it, it will be a link to the font awesome in my folder, but because I've not, I have to actually look for the link that works with my own, what that I can use directly on the web without downloading. Blah 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 blah. Okay, this wasn't helpful. Let's go to support. Yeah, story. Yeah, this is, well, I guess common questions that people ask and all that, but this is not what we need. So far so good. I couldn't find a way to, or where they put it on the side. That's if they put it with this new version, to use Font Awesome directly from the side, like you're just supposed to put it in your, what they call, your header. But I don't know if they've made some changes now, or it's somewhere on their side and I'm not just finding it. Anyway, another way or another alternative I found was through Google. Like I was typing, I think, how to get the embed code, because that's the only way to make it live, like without you downloading anything, and also for those people using phones. So you just come here, type in your email, they send you a code that only you was able to use anyway. So that's what I did. So let me type out the code. So they asked for the scripts for it to be here, but oh well. Typically, when you're using JavaScript, you're told to prevent the site from loading slowly, put script tags at the bottom of the page. But these people say put it at the head to be able to use this there. So don't know why they didn't use style sheets, but okay. Also, this, what they call, this version I'm using of Font Awesome is version 4. So another thing to hope is that what I actually try to use is available in version 4. If not, that's another searching. Alright, let's confirm. Use blah 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 blah. Let me see 4341. Yeah, let's test it out and see if it worked. Not seeing anything it did. How did I put it again? That's the address book right there. I'm not seeing anything. Why did they make this version so difficult? Like, why so difficult? Let me see. I know. I want to see if I can use any examples that I'm sure works with this version. Because the other option is go to normal sites, that's this one, and download it directly from here. Go to start and download it. Okay, network is taking its time. Network is also taking its time. Alright, let's keep waiting for MTN then. Okay, thank you. Finally. Let's see if we can get icons today. Just apply anywhere before, blah 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 blah. Okay. Let's test it out. Yep, no. Okay. It looks like we're not going to be doing icons today. I'll have to spend more time on figuring that part out, like making it work live. I already have a version on my laptop, but wanted the icons so that those people with phones can be able to use it. And time has gone. Okay, so it looks like we're stopping there today. If I figure it out before class starts, I might send a link and or do a short video on how it works. So today's assignment, what would you ask you guys to do? Okay. So when I mean two states, obviously I mean all the hover, visited, link, active. So use any two states, put them in your code. Apply color to color and hover to tables. And apply color and hover to tables. Then which one again? We did lists. And finally basically put background color or color on your list. You can either choose the HTML way, like that's to put the type. I don't want the normal list though. That's for the, if you're using unordered, I don't want the circle that's called dicks. I don't want that. Change it. If you're using ordered, I don't want the 1 2 3. So just put background color on it. Put background color or color border in your lists. Okay, so that's all for today. Let me upload this video, then figure out a way to get Font Awesome to work live without me downloading. Alright, see you next class. Bye.